Be honest with ourselves.
Very true.
So basically, there was a quote circulating recently, and it said, "Oh shit! I thought the fucking mic was falling. Is it falling? Hold up, bitches.
I
This is a brief pause."
I knew it would fall. She did it. Sorry for the technical difficulties. V-Ezee is back in action.
I pulled the shit. I was like, "Yeet."
She yanked the shit out that mic.
It
Hey,
wasn't.
by the way, for the cough counter, please add 2 to hers. She thought I didn't hit them shits. Bing, bing. Let's go.
Y'all not about to treat me like Kiki on that fucking tally mark thing. Y'all not.
Bing.
So back to what I was saying.
Give a fuck.
Women want good men
All right,
until
talk to
they
us.
have to be a good woman.
Ooh.
It's a good one, right?
Get to potting, girl. Let's go.
I sat on that for a few days, right? When I
That's what
read
she
it, and I had to think. I'm like, is this a true statement, or is she just like, reaching? And so the key words to take away from this are good men and good women, right? Or good woman, whatever.
Good women.
And good womans.
Yeah, good
And
womans.
I agree
You agree what? Exactly.
that we want good men until we have to be good women.
Ooh. Go. Can you elaborate?
I knew you were going to make me do
Hey,
that.
man, that's one up for us, fellas. We winning out here. There it is.
So we as women, we have a list of wants, right? Or a list of expectations that we want from a man, right? And a lot of times those wants and those expectations aren't met because we aren't with a good man,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So I know we spoke about baggage and not bringing it into other relationships. However, sometimes that's hard not to do
Okay.
because as humans, you have feelings and emotions.
As women, you have feelings and emotions.
Don't do that. The logical thing would be to give everyone a clean slate.
Very
but it's
true.
kind of hard to do that when you face different adversities with different people,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from with it. So the wants will be met with a good man. They just won't be appreciated initially
Or reciprocated.
because you
Ain't shit.
don't do that because you're not
What?
used to the sincerity or someone being genuine with you.
Okay.
So I agree. Women, we have to learn how to be our own therapist instead of allowing outside
Oh,
entities
I'm so happy you said that.
into our business, because then our views get very skewed in how we determine how we will move forward, right?
Yes.
Because we depend heavy, a lot of us depend heavy on what our family thinks, what our friends think. Then we take their advice, but a lot of times this advice is coming from people who are also unfit to give the advice
Very
and
true.
aren't in the state of mind or in the right place to provide that information.
A bunch of nabs. Nut ass bitches. Like the female friends is a bunch of nabs. Nut ass bitches that are telling you any and everything. Just dag nabbit your nab. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all not about to call them nut ass
it's just-
bitches.
It's just to get you.
Hell no.
These nabs, they really get you off kilter. Like they start flooding your mind with all these thoughts that barely are yours, all these ratchet ass thoughts to do stupid shit. And it would never help a relationship prosper, especially if you're with a good man.
I agree.
And my biggest take on this is a lot of women come into these relationships. A lot of the women that are with good men come into these relationships with undiagnosed like traumas.
A lot of
from
these
their
who?
A lot of these women. They come into these relationships with undiagnosed traumas from their childhood. Like you can't escape your childhood. That's
CTE.
not CTE.
What
Shit.
the fuck is that?
You know, the brain thing. Every football player got it, right? But
I
women.
thought it was another fucking abbreviation
No.
for nut ass bitches.
Just nabs. But nah, women really come into relationships with all types of problems from their past, whether it's relationships with their father, their mother, relationships with their father, mother, uncle, anybody. and then they come into this new relationship, and think they don't have to fix themselves. Women hate fixing themselves, bro. I think women refuse to fix themselves.
I don't think women hate fixing
They hate
themselves.
it.
I don't think they're with the right person to allow themselves to be fixed, because broken men as well can't fix a broken woman.
May I rebuttal?
Sure.
Women choose a broken man because, again, I've said this before. They look at him, they look to fix him, while in turn trying to use those same tactics to fix him to fix themselves. Like, they look to him to see he's trash, he's ass, and I'm the same way. If I could fix him, I could definitely fix me. And it never works. But when you were the good guy just puts a mirror in front of you and shows you how metaphorically ugly you are. Not your looks, personality, the things you say.
And
you know, only a good guy could do that.
yeah, you're 100% right in some of the aspects that you're saying, right? A good man will show you the reflection of yourself.
100%.
And in turn, he understands that you're damaged, right? And he helps build you. A good man is nurturing. That question was asked last night and I answered, because it was basically a woman saying, if I have a house, I have a car, I can get my hair done. And it was a bunch of materialistic things, right?
I had a big opinion on that.
I was just like, so she ended it off basically saying, what can you provide for me? And I was just like, wait, she didn't name anything.
Nothing of any substance. It was all materialistic shit. Like, if you're looking at a man to just provide your hair, nails, pay your bills and all this shit, then you probably should be single. Stay single. I really wanted to say that. I don't know shorty, but I wanted to post like, yo, you should probably stay single. You're enough for you.
It's great to be an independent woman, but you also have to allow a man to be a man, right? So a good man is loving, nurturing. He uplifts you. He like keeps you grounded. He builds with you. Like, there's a lot of non-materialistic things that a good man can and will do. And the hair is not one of them.
A woman like that won't get that, though. It's too materialistic for her. She thinks she has it all figured out. She'll be 40 and single and still trying to figure out why. Like, you're man enough for you, so stay with yourself. I'm big behind that. All that independent woman shit, that's cool. I'm an independent man, but I love being part of a team. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Y'all women that are like that never been on a team. They don't know how to work well with others. So I get why you're single and saying, no, you know, I could do my own nails, do my own hair. That shit is surface shit. You're a puddle. Motherfuckers is out here with ocean minds. You are a pond. Like, you're as deep as a puddle. You're like so surface. Like, she gotta go.
The materialistic things, that's shit, bitch. As you can see, I ain't doing my hair all the fucking time, and I damn sure ain't doing my nails all the time.
Like, I don't know. Do you think it's heavy? Like, the materialistic shit you get from a man or a woman, like, how heavy is that to anyone in a relationship? What is it really, like, how much weight does that hold?
People don't get it. People don't get little things, right? So that's why Valentine's is such a big thing, right? Because throughout the year, you aren't treated the way you're supposed to be treated. So the material things makes you feel like you're in something that you're not. So back to what we were saying before, to be a good woman, you have to understand that you are a flawed individual. You have to be your own therapist. You have to nurture yourself so you are able to be with a good man. That way you don't chase a good man and don't self-sabotage
don't chase
yourself.
His ass away. And I always say this, right? Men should come to a relationship prepared to deal with her baggage versus her having to deal with yours. Because she can't handle your baggage, because she could barely handle hers. It sounds misogynistic. It sounds like I'm saying women are weak. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she holds things in. She got things that she needs to unpack, and you have to be there to help her unpack them. Once she unpacks those things with you, she can now in turn return all these favors by being the good support system that she can be, because you were that for her. That's it. It's, you know, one hand washes the other, but we live in a society where women don't care about shit like that anymore. And it's more so, well, fuck him. All dudes are good for his dick. Well, you've been picking the wrong dudes.
Yeah, I mean, I see exactly where you're coming from with it. I really do.
Yeah.
I just think that it's wrong
Mm-hmm.
that a man can't come with a little bit of damage
Nah, you
to a
can't.
relationship because
We
I'm
can't.
not saying the shitheads either. I ain't talking about the bad dudes. I'm talking about a good guy who's been fucked over like you because you're actually a good woman, but you don't know that right now because of what you went through.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
feel like you said, one hand washes the other. I feel like you should be each other's therapist.
And not them nut ass bitches that you hanging with at all. They're not your therapist. They barely want to see you do good.
The nabs that
The
you're
nabs.
talking about, right?
The fucking nabs.
This is my take on the nabs. I think the nabs are friends that you carried on from your whole phase that you should have cut off then,
Yikes.
right?
Yeah.
That's my take on it because I have friends that have had friends
That
were
are
supposed
nabs.
that are supposed to be cut off. You're supposed to, people don't like to hear that. There's different friends for different stages of your life and
life,
friends
facts.
that you'll always have for an eternity. Just because I'm telling you to cut off your friends that you had from the whole phase, it's not a negative.
Not at all. It's
Because-
growth.
Yeah,
It's grow time.
exactly. Your whole phase friends they serve their purpose already. Because once you reach a milestone in your life and they're not there yet, their response to your milestone
It's always negative.
it's not going to be what you expect it to
Big
be
facts.
or what it should be if they were actually a friend.
Big facts.
That's all. Like,
That's the nabs. I mean, fellas, it kind of goes with y'all too. You're gonna outgrow some dudes around you. You feel me? Like,
what would it be? The naffs,
no.
nut ass
The
fellas.
the bands,
What the fuck is that?
bitch ass.
The naffs,
The band.
nut ass fellas.
Listen, these bitch ass nuts. Listen.